Hello. First and foremost, just want to apologize for the hiss that's in the video. Been trying to get rid of it, can't, so just deal with it. So, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the American people and the politicians that allegedly represent us, their issue with labeling the current refugee crisis that's happening right now in the Western Hemisphere. What's going on is that there is a war happening. The drug war, I guess you could say, is part of it, but an actual war between the cartels and the citizens of many countries like Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico. Now, the reason why a lot of politicians and a lot of people who vote for these politicians are having issue with calling this a refugee crisis is because we're not used to this happening. You know, we're not used to people running over in droves to the tune of thousands and thousands of families and children running across the border to seek refuge. We're used to them just coming over here to steal our jobs. You know, we like to say that we donate billions of dollars to other countries that are in need of aid. In fact, one of the few good things that George W. Bush did was actually dedicate and allocate billions of dollars to go to various tribes throughout sub-Saharan Africa to help them with, you know, anything from food to getting medicine to just proper medical care. And we're not feeling that charitable, just giving, loving attitude toward these people that are coming over here. And the reason why is because, well, one, they're brown, and we have an issue with that. And secondly, we're used to this being used as a talking point to talk about the security of our borders. We never talk about northern border security because Canadians are white, and they typically don't run into the United States because Canada's, you know, they got a higher standard of living than we do. So, you know, we like to focus on the poorer, darker people that are running away from a war that we are literally funding. Now, do I mean this in a malicious way? No, I don't think it's malicious. It's more likely to assume it's negligence than anything else, you know, incompetence. But, you know, the drug war that started in 1979, you know, I think it was 1979, irrelevant. It's a fucking multi-billion-dollar-a-year war that honestly doesn't do anything. The reason why we started the drug war in the first place in the 70s was to curtail substance abuse. Substance abuse rates are still at around, I think it's 2.5%, which is where it was 40 years ago when the drug war started. So basically it hasn't worked. We've wasted billions of dollars on something that doesn't work. And typically, I don't know about you, but when I do something over and over again and expect a different result, I usually hit myself in the face because it doesn't happen. Because it doesn't work. Right now, interesting statistic, in Guatemala and Honduras, there are more deaths and casualties of war, if you want to call it that, than at the height of the Iraq War. And that's including civilians, that's including soldiers, that's including insurgents, and that's including the government. So right now, these children, these families, are literally running away from a war. And we're not doing shit about it. In fact, the reason why the cartels are able to buy out the politicians, own entire police departments and police forces, buy armored vehicles, assault weapons, military-grade hardware like grenades, and fucking tear gas, and ballistics, just body-proof armor, and fucking riot shields, and riot gear in general. The reason why they're able to do this is because their primary purchasing market is the United States. Because the drug war has pushed capital out of tax-paying citizens and into the hands of criminals. It's prohibition. That's the reason why these cartels are able to maintain their wealth, ergo maintaining their power. And we do nothing but give them more money. And we do nothing but call it a fucking border crisis. This problem is not going to go away. It's a problem that we, as a society, in the United States, has caused. As soon as we acknowledge this, we can fix our broken drug policies. We can take capital out of the hands of criminals and put it into the hands of people who don't like murdering families and fucking corrupting entire police departments and being assholes, fucking stealing tourists and just raping them, selling them into human trafficking, or fucking killing them. My main issue with this is even if this wasn't our problem, even if this was something that just came out naturally, just for the fucking, how volatile the region is. We, as a society, pride ourselves on how Christian we are. And yet, where the fuck are our Christian sensibilities? Where in the Bible does it say turn away someone from another tribe. Leviticus 19:33-34. Who a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong. You shall treat the stranger who sojourns with you as the native among you, and you shall love him as yourself. For you are a stranger in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Exodus 22:21. You shall not wrong a sojourner or oppress him, for you are a sojourner in the land of Egypt. There's more. There's more. I just didn't want to write them down, and my hand's broken, so writing sucks. If you are as Christian as you say you are, and this is going out to politicians, Fox News, conservatives, anyone who likes to say that they are right of the sane side of the spectrum when it comes to social issues, then you will accept these refugees as your own blood. Would you turn away your own child if they came to you for help and they were running away from a war zone? Would you turn away your father? Would you turn away your fucking daughter? I don't think you would. I think that this situation that's happening right now is going to be a true testament to how our foreign policy will really dictate how other countries in the Western Hemisphere treat us. We're not going to be the most powerful nation on the planet forever. There will be a day when we are number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And when people have the ability to subvert us, they will decide on that ability based upon how we treat them. Do you really want them to think that we are heartless and hypocritical? I'm not heartless. I'm not hypocritical. And I know that there's a fuckload of you out there who agree with that sentiment alone. Even if we had nothing to do with them coming over our borders and seeking refuge, we have every right to take care of them, and we have every resource to make it happen. I mean, fuck! We throw away 40% of purchased food in this country. We can't give them a little extra? How much medicine goes bad just because it sits in a fucking vault somewhere, not being used? We are incredibly wasteful. And I think it's time we stop, at the very least, wasting our humanity. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, and of course leave a comment if you have something to say. This is Max and Axe. Peace.